Hello students, hope you all are well and doing hard work to achieve your goals. Students, earlier we have started with the chapter number 7, that is equilibrium price. The main objectives of the equilibrium price are like this one: meaning of equilibrium price, determination of equilibrium price, demand, supply, equilibrium between demand and supply, situations of excess demand and excess supply, their comparison, shifts in demand and supply, and the equilibrium price. Shift or change in demand, or shifts or change in supply, simultaneous shifts in demand and supply. Till here we have already discussed the chapters, and now topic number 5. Today our topic is special cases of equilibrium and time element and equilibrium price. But before the beginning of this topic number 5, I will discuss all this in brief with you all. Now see which points we will discuss in special cases of equilibrium, that is effects on equilibrium when supply is perfectly elastic and demand changes. Second is when supply is perfectly inelastic and demand changes. And third is when demand is perfectly elastic and supply changes. And fourth one is when demand is perfectly inelastic and supply changes. And in topic number 6 we will discuss time element and equilibrium price. Now in the time element we will discuss these four: very short period supply curve, short period supply curve, long period supply curve, very long period supply curve. Now I want to discuss with you the term equilibrium. Now what is the meaning of equilibrium? Equilibrium means a state of rest or balance. The term equilibrium means in economics that forces of demand and supply are in equilibrium position. Let's discuss the equilibrium with the help of a scheduled diagram. First one is, first column is of price. In the price we will measure the price in rupees. Quantity demanded for grapes we will measure in kg, and quantity supplied for grapes also we will measure it in kg. Suppose when the price was rupees 5, the demand for grapes was 12 kg and supply was 20 kg. Now see the gap between the demand and supply. There is a 8 kg. So excess supply we can say. In the second case, when price decreased from rupees 5 to rupees 4, quantity demanded for grapes increased from 12 kg to 14 kg and quantity supplied decreased from 20 kg to 18 kg. Again excess demand, that is of 4 kg. So we can say in these two cases there is an excess supply or shortage of demand. Done. Now next one is when price again decreased from rupees 4 to rupees 3, quantity demanded increased to 16 and supply to 16. Done. Now from these three cases we can see that there is a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. As the price decreased, quantity demanded increased because it is a case of consumer. Demand is always from consumer side and consumer always in a rational position. He is a rational person. Rational person means that he always believe in the cheap and best because of his limited income. Then now supply is the from producer side. As the price decreased, supply will also decreased because producer always seeking for the profit, maximize the profit. That's why price and quantity supplied having positive relationship. Now again next you can see when the demand and supply remains the same at 16 kg, there is a equilibrium price rupees 3. So this is our stage of equilibrium. Done. Equilibrium price is rupees 3. Now after the price decreased from rupees 3 to rupees 2, quantity demanded again increased to 18 kg and quantity supplied again decreased to 14 kg. And when the price was of rupees 1, quantity demanded is of 20 kg and quantity supplied is of 12 kg. So in these two cases, when the price is of rupees 2 and 1, we can see that these two cases are after the equilibrium point. These show that there is a excess demand because demand is more than supply in both the cases. And we can say that there is a shortage of supply because supply is less than demand. So this is a schedule for the supply and demand for the equilibrium position. Now let's understand it with the diagram. Now see in the diagram, when we will draw these points on the scales axis and we join these points, we will get these two curves DD and SS. Demand curve and supply curve. You see that demand curve is negatively sloping from y-intercept to x-intercept, and supply, it is upward sloping from origin to upward, and both curves intersect at point E, that is at the price rupees 3. So this is our equilibrium price. Above the equilibrium point or in the above segment of this Marshallian cross, this full is known as Marshallian cross, there is a excess supply or shortage of demand, and below this segment, in the lower segment, there is a excess demand or shortage of supply, we can say. See, demand is up to this point and supply is up to this point only. So this full gap will show you the excess demand and this full gap will show you the excess supply, as supply is up to this much extent and demand is up to this much. So this is all about the equilibrium. Now we know that market demand is negatively sloped. Now here the word market demand means, what is the meaning of market demand? Market demand means when there is a group of firms in a market and demand a different quantity of wood. I have taken the example of wood for making furniture at different prices. You can see here. See the schedule for wood demanded by the different firms in tons. Price is in rupees and quantity demanded by firm A, quantity demanded by firm B, and when we will add the demand of both the firms, we will get the market demand. See, at price rupees 30, demand of firm A is 1 and demand for firm B is 2. Demand for firm A is 2, B is 3. When we will sum up these two demands at price rupees 30, we will get 3. Done. 3 tons of wood it is demanded by the group of firms. In the same way we will continue here and we will get these points for the market demand curve. When we will draw the demand curve for the firm A by taking the column of price and quantity demanded of firm A, we will get the demand curve like this. And when we will draw the demand curve for firm B, we will take the columns price and quantity demanded by firm B and we will join the points on the axis, and this is the demand curve for B. And when we will sum up both the demand curve for each and every price, we will get this term, and we have to draw the market demand by taking the price column and the market demand column, and we will get this market demand curve. So in this way we can get the market demand curve. Now our next topic is for the special cases, that is perfectly elastic supply curve. As you can see here in the book also, perfectly elastic supply curve, when the supply is parallel to the x-axis. Then it is a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis, and in this case equilibrium price remains the same, but equilibrium quantity will differ or fluctuate due to the fluctuations in demand. Now how we can discuss it? See, it's a supply curve. It is a period of more than 5 years, very long time period. Firm can enter and exit the market, enough stock to meet the demand, so supply is up to infinity. Up to any extent supply can be, because enough stocks are there with the producers. Any change, increase or decrease in the demand can be absorbed with this supply curve. So when the demand curve shift from D to D1, equilibrium quantity also shift from E to E1 or OQ to OQ1, but equilibrium price remains the same. In the opposite case, when demand shift towards the left side, means decrease, equilibrium price again remains the same, but equilibrium quantity will shift from PE to PE2. Done. So no change in the equilibrium price, that is OP, only equilibrium quantity will be changed due to change in demand. Thank you for listening. It's a break time. We will meet again. Thank you. Hello students, welcome back. Now we will discuss the case of perfectly inelastic supply curve. Now when the word perfectly inelastic supply curve, as we have done earlier also, the shape of the supply curve you can see here parallel to the y-axis, and there is a fluctuation in demand. In such cases, equilibrium quantity remains the same, but equilibrium price will fluctuate due to the fluctuations in demand. Now let's discuss. Supply curve is parallel to y-axis. Original demand curve is D, and original equilibrium is at point E, and equilibrium quantity remains at OQ, and equilibrium price is at OP. With the shift in demand towards the right side, that is the increase in demand, equilibrium price shift from PE to PE1, but equilibrium quantity again remains the same, or you can say that OP to OP1 equilibrium price fluctuate and equilibrium quantity remains the same. And when the demand curve shift downward towards the left side, that means decrease in the demand curve, then what happened? Equilibrium quantity again remains the same, but equilibrium price shifts downward from E to E2, from OP to OP2. This kind of supply curve we get in very short time period, maybe a period of 1 day or 1 week. In this diagram, equilibrium quantity remains the same, but change in equilibrium prices due to the change in demand. So we can say that when perfectly inelastic supply curve is there, there is no change in equilibrium quantity. But as you know that we have discussed in the case 1, there is a change in equilibrium price, no change in equilibrium price but change in equilibrium quantity in case of perfectly elastic supply curve, and opposite happens in case of perfectly inelastic supply curve, that equilibrium quantity is same and there is a fluctuations in equilibrium price. Done. Now we will discuss the next case, that is case number 3, when demand is perfectly elastic. Now we are going to discuss the case of demand. In a perfectly elastic demand curve, demand is parallel to x-axis and there is a fluctuation in supply curve. Now equilibrium price remains the same, but equilibrium quantity will fluctuate due to the fluctuations in supply curve. Now we will discuss it from here. That original demand curve. See the original demand curve parallel to the x-axis. Mind it, this is a case of perfectly elastic demand curve. Original supply is S and equilibrium is at point E and equilibrium quantity is at OQ. Equilibrium price is OP. With the increase in the supply curve towards the right side, equilibrium quantity will also increase from OQ to OQ1 and equilibrium price again remains the same. When supply curve shift towards the left side, that means supply decreased, equilibrium quantity decreased from OQ to OQ2 and equilibrium price again remains the same. In this diagram, demand can be infinity, means up to any extent. Demand curve is parallel to x-axis. It is the examples of goods like pizza, bread, peanuts, wheat, pencils, uniform, etc. In this diagram, equilibrium price remains the same, but equilibrium quantity will change due to change in supply. Now next is last case for this topic, that is case number 4, when the demand is perfectly inelastic. In the perfectly inelastic demand curve, what happened? Demand curve parallels to the y-axis and supply curve intersect the demand curve at point E. In this case, quantity is OQ, that is the equilibrium quantity, and it remains the same for any fluctuations in the supply curve that affects the equilibrium price. Now see, original supply curve is SS and it intersects the demand curve at point E. When there is increase in supply, equilibrium shift from E to E1 and price also shift from OP to OP1, means decrease in supply, decrease in price due to increase in supply. Done. But equilibrium quantity remains the same. Now next case is when there is a decrease in supply, that is leftward shift of the supply curve. Equilibrium exists at E2 and equilibrium price is OP2. Done. And for this case also equilibrium quantity remains the same. Now see, here the demand curve is parallel to y-axis. This kind of demand curve can be achieved in case of medicine for patients, books, salt, etc. In this diagram, equilibrium quantity OQ remains the same, but equilibrium price fluctuates due to change in supply. Thank you for listening. It's a break time. We will meet again. Thank you. Students, welcome back. Now we will discuss the next topic, time element and equilibrium price. Now we know that equilibrium price of a commodity is determined at a point where the market demand and market supply are equal. But the question arises here, it is demand or supply? Which is important? Answer is this one, that both are important, but how much time the supply will take to adjust according to the demand. To discuss these points, we have divided the time in 4 periods. First is very short period, second is short period, and third is long period, and fourth one is very long period. Done. Now we will first discuss very short period. Very short period is also known as a market period. In this, supply curve is parallel to the y-axis. It happens mostly in the case of agricultural products because it is a very short time period, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, or 1 day, or 2 day, or 1 week. The agricultural products supply cannot be increased within this much of time period. Or you can say that when any kind of strike it is there, then alternate cannot be provided immediately. It will take time. Then like when there is a strike of buses, we have to provide auto rickshaw on the road to facilitate the people, but it's not an easy task that within a few minutes or hours or a day we can facilitate the people. Then so it will take time for production. Now in this diagram, supply curve is parallel to y-axis. Time period may be few hours, 1 day, or 2 days. Supply curve cannot be increased immediately. Like agriculture products, when strike of buses, there it's not possible to arrange the taxis or autos within a minute. Then now next one is, let's discuss the diagram. Supply curve, which is parallel to y-axis, and it is the shape of perfectly inelastic supply curve. Demand curve cuts the supply curve at point E, and when the demand increases from D to D1, equilibrium also increases from E to E1, but equilibrium quantity remains the same. When there is a decrease in demand towards the left side, again equilibrium price changes from E to E2, but quantity demanded remains the same, or quantity supplied remains the same. Then now second case is short period. In a short period, what happened? Supply curve is less than unit elastic. Demand curve cuts the supply curve, short run supply curve at point E, and equilibrium quantity is at OQ and equilibrium price is at OP. Then with the increase in demand from OQ to OQ1, prices also increase from OP to OP1 because there is a positive relationship between price and supply. That's why there is a increase in both. Then now we can see that change in price is less than change in quantity. Change in price we can represent it by delta P, and change in quantity it is represented by delta Q. Done. So how to elaborate? In this diagram, shape of the supply curve is less than unit elastic, means change in price is more than the change in quantity. Done. So here delta P is greater than delta Q. In short period, limited supply can be increased. It is a period of 1 week. For example, after the strike for buses, supply of taxis can be increased limited amount in 1 week, because in order to arrange the raw material and the labor and the plants, it will take time. So in the short period, supply cannot be increased immediately. So thank you students for listening. This is a time to break. We'll meet again. Thank you. Hello students, welcome back. Now we are going to discuss the time long period. In the long period, you can see that the supply curve is flatter, means it is more than unit elastic. It is a long period supply curve. In this demand supply curve, a little bit change in the price of the commodity will affect the demand greatly. Like previously, the prices of onion was rupees 10 per kg. A little bit decrease in the prices or increase in the prices will affect the quantity supplied greatly. Now see, in the diagram, this is a long period supply curve. Original demand curve cuts this supply curve at point E. original price is at OP and original quantity is at OQ. With the increase in price from OP to OP1, quantity supplied increased from OQ to OQ1. See the change in demand or change in supply due to increase in price. Now supply increased from OQ to OQ1 and accordingly demand also increased from E to E1. Done. So this is a period of long period supply curve. It's a period of 1 month or more, maybe of 3 months or 6 months. In this supply is more than the change in supply is more than the change in price, or you can say that supply is more than unit elastic. Change in quantity is more than the change in price, means little bit change in the price of onions can change the supply from 1 kg to 2 kg or change the demand from 1 kg to 2 kg. Producers having much time to increase the production. Done. That's why supply can be increased in a long period, but not up to any extent. For this we will discuss the fourth period, that is very long period. In a very long period, also known as a secular period. In a very long period supply curve, it is parallel to the x-axis. Original demand curve cuts the supply curve at point E. With the increase in demand, equilibrium shift from E to E1 and equilibrium quantity also increased from OQ to OQ1. But in this case, the equilibrium price remains the same. Done. So it's a very long run supply curve. In this, producers can change the technology of production also in order to increase the supply. Many firms can enter also and exit also from the market. So in the very long run, stocks are in excess and we can say that supply is infinity and can absorb any change in demand. In this equilibrium price OP, see the equilibrium price OP remains the same here. OP remains the same. Any fluctuation in equilibrium quantity cannot have any effect on the equilibrium price. So thank you for listening, students. Hope you all will come back with the learning and complete notes. So hope you have understand the topic and please come prepared with these topics and plan of the next topic. Thank you. So welcome back, students. The cases, special cases for the equilibrium that we have done, please note down the points or the questions that you have to complete on your fair copies. So how does the equilibrium price will affected when supply is perfectly elastic, supply is perfectly inelastic, demand is perfectly elastic, demand is perfectly inelastic? Give the explanation with the help of diagram. New discoveries of oil reduce the prices of petroleum and diesel. Consider their effects on the market for the new cars. Use diagram. Third question is, diagrammatically explain the following: market period or a very short period supply curve, short period supply curve, long period supply curve, and very long period or the secular period supply curve. Hope you all will complete your homework and come prepared with the next topics planning. Thank you.